Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing very well, and I'm going to get straight to the point here, which you have seen by the video's title. J.K. Rowling has properly severed ties, burned bridges and slammed the door behind her on her way out in terms of her relationships with Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, and I can probably assume Rupert Grint too, as he also had his say in the matter that changed the landscape of the Harry Potter fandom forever really. 4 years ago, has it really been 4 years since all of this crap really started? Wow, yeah, so 4 years ago, J.K. Rowling made what was deemed an anti-trans comment and an attack against the community for highlighting the concerns that she had and many others had about the safety of women's spaces. Example, a man can put a dress on, say he's a woman, and enter a woman's bathroom and attack a vulnerable woman. Or another example would be highlighting the dangers of allowing teens to transition so young with the assistance of medication that can have devastating effects on them as they grow older. So she's defending the woman's political biological existence basically. She's saying, look, I get it. People want to transition and they want to be who they want to be, that's fine, but the negative part of this movement has to be addressed because it poses a danger to women. With positive change comes the caution of its shadow. So the whole trans community goes into uproar and tries to cancel Harry Potter and everything associated with it, like the Hogwarts Legacy game, and we all know that failed miserably because not every single person on the planet has the same beliefs. And many sided with Rowling saying, well, hold on a minute, these are concerns and the trans community needs to respect people's rights to follow and support information that is being provided to them factually and scientifically, especially in relation to 11 to 12-year-olds being given puberty blockers and other meds to force their bodies to change. Now, I've been a first-hand victim to multiple attacks in my comment section and messaging me because I didn't immediately condemn J.K. Rowling. It was all, you know, how could you remain silent, Dean? You're just another part of the problem. Silence is ignorance, fight for us, or you're fighting against us. All of that stuff. Because when you don't agree with the trans community on absolutely everything they say, then you yourself are an awful human being who is just the scum of the earth because everything they say is harmonized in good grace and good love, which is the biggest contradiction of a community hell-bent on acceptance of others and who they are. But disagree with them and well, you are going down, my friend, you are going down. And that's what happens to my channel. But I'll talk about that in another video later on in the week. So after 4 years of an onslaught, and 4 years of attacks on basically everything J.K. Rowling has built, and what I would assume as a successful attempt on at least the Fantastic Beasts series being cancelled, which even seen J.K. Rowling's name downsized into a bottom screen credit, well, Joe said, you know what, if I'm all in on proving my argument that the biological class of a woman is sacred, then I'm all in for the long run. So she kinda went down a factual rabbit hole investigation, and she came out with some pretty proven scientific studies in relation to transitioning at such a young age, and surprisingly gained a little bit of her rep back because it showed that she was actually basing her argument not on the hatred of trans people, it never was that in the first place, but the actual proven medical studies on the topic. So she had several people bring up the fact that an apology from Daniel and Emma is pending following the stars' outbursts of disgust at Rowling's initial comments. To sum it up, they both threw Jo under the bus by disassociating themselves with her in protest and, of course, to protect their own careers. So the tweet that sparked this whole apology reads as follows: just waiting for Dan and Emma to give you a very, very public apology, safe in the knowledge that you will forgive them. Now it's important to mention here guys that neither Dan or Emma have ever addressed the medical transitioning of children. They never spoke about that, but it was such medical evidence that has seen many call for an apology to J.K. Rowling. Anyway, Rowling responded with, not safe, I'm afraid. Celebs who cozied up to a movement intent on eroding women's hard-won rights and who use their platforms to cheer on the transitioning of minors can save their apologies for traumatized detransitioners and vulnerable women reliant on single-sex spaces. This has been her point all along, guys. This has been what she's trying to say. It's fine if you want to transition. Fantastic. Good for you. Live the life you want to live in the body you feel you should be in. But it's not all sunshine and roses. There's a lot of risks that come with it for people in different circumstances. And if people want to highlight those concerns, it doesn't mean it's an attack on your community. For the love of God. Daniel addressed the issue again in a recent interview with The Atlantic, where he says, "It makes me really sad ultimately because I do look at the person that I met, the times that we met, and the books that she wrote, and the world that she created. And all of that is to me so deeply empathic," he said, adding that he and Rowling have not been in contact for the past couple of years. To me, as an outsider, that is really sad. It's quite heartbreaking that the creator of Harry Potter and the person who put his face to the character have not spoken in over 4 years, and it doesn't seem like it's ever going to change anytime soon, if ever. And Emma hasn't had anything new to say herself as she continues to live life outside of the public eye. So, that's it, guys. As sad as it looks, J.K. Rowling and the actors who brought her characters to life most likely won't ever speak again. How do you feel about that yourself? How do you feel about the whole situation 4 years on? Guys, I do apologise, my voice is a little bit hoarse. I've been getting over a chest infection, but I really wanted to make this video. So, if you feel like you need to unsubscribe from the channel because you don't agree with what I've said, then please feel free to do so. I really don't give a crap. Catch you all later.